Yeah. And I want to point out that in your BYU devotional, you actually shared this experience with one of your professors when you were in graduate school, where you talk about spiritual evidence not being transferable. It is shareable.
Yeah. And the tools that you're going to use, you're not born an expert, right? So if I were to say to somebody who's never been in the church, who's never felt the Spirit, who's never prayed, right? To ask them to just do what I did and you'll get the same evidence is probably not likely, right? And there's a scripture. Alma's talking to Korihor, and Korihor is denying that there is a God. And Alma says, just look around. Everything you see, the planets and their motions, everything around you tells you that there is a God. And I think, well, hold on, Alma. You're right. For you, it does. But for someone who hasn't gained that spiritual knowledge first, that physical evidence is not evidence to them, right? I have lots of colleagues who I love dearly who are atheist, who don't have any belief. And I couldn't say to them, well, gosh, just look at the trees, duh, right? It would not be evidence to them because they don't have that spiritual foundation. They don't have that spiritual evidence first. So for somebody who's spent the time, refined their spiritual tool, figured out how to use it and interpret the evidence, for them, for me, when I look around, you should have seen the sunset this morning. It was incredible. And to me, it testifies of God. But to someone who's not religious, it testifies of, meteorology.